Hi everybody, Ron Zietz from Buffalo Niagara Waterkeeper. I'm out at one of our Ellicott Creek reforestation planting sites, and while I was out here today I found this American beech that's in need of an emergency replanting. So although today's probably not the ideal time to plant a tree, typically you want to do that in the fall or early spring. First thing I'm going to do is find where I want to plant the tree. There's the call 811 dig. Make sure there's no underground utilities that you could damage while you're digging. And you also want to look up and make sure there's no power lines or other obstructions in your way. I want to remove the sod that's going to be around my tree. The grass, the roots from the grass and the sod are going to compete with the tree's roots, and it's going to make it harder for it to get the water and the nutrients that the tree needs. So we want to eliminate some of that competition by removing the sod from around the tree. So you should try to clear out a spot. It's about a 2-foot radius from the center of the tree. Your foot to kind of get you started, so you can kind of see how it peels back. So I'm going to remove that section. Well, you can see I removed a little more than an inch, so some of this is really good dirt right here that I'm going to want to use to fill back in around my tree. So I'm just going to break that off. You can use a little hand trowel if you'd like, again just to kind of remove some of that good dirt. So here I have my circle with all the sod removed, and we have our tree that's going to be going into this hole. You can see this was a container grown tree. A lot of the roots grew in a circular pattern because they couldn't bust through the sides of the plastic. So the first thing we're going to want to do is to free up some of these roots. You can even cut some of the ones if they're already growing into a circle. We want to free up as many of these little hair-like roots that we have, because those are the ones that are going to spread out throughout the dirt and get all the nutrients and all the water that the rest of the tree needs. So the first thing we're going to do is try to kind of gently massage this root ball and free up all these guys. Place the tree in our hole. Try to figure out the size and depth of our hole. So for the size of our hole, we want it to be 2 to 3 times the size of our root ball, and just about as deep. So by putting it in here, we can kind of mentally figure out how large we want our hole to be. And then we're going to remove the tree. kind of just want to taper the sides down. So we're definitely wide enough where all the roots are going to fit nice in here and are going to be able to be spread out. To test for depth, it's very important again that you don't plant your trees too deep into the ground. Again, if you do that, you're burying all this root system and it's not going to be able to get the oxygen that it needs. So a good way to measure to see if you're deep enough or if you're too deep is to use what's called the root flare on the tree. So you can see this area, trunk here, right where the roots kind of start to branch off from the main trunk. It's a lot thicker here. Completely backfilled in now with that nice dirt that we removed and broke up a little bit. So now the roots have nice softer soil that they can work their way through. Our next step is we want to add some mulch to the tree. Mulch helps again keep the grass and the roots out of our tree's root area. So again, giving it kind of just a little bit of a leg up on out competing the roots of the grass. Wood chips also help keep moisture in the root area. So when we add water or when it rains, the moisture will be collected in this area and the wood chips help keep it moist. We don't want to pile mulch up the side of the tree trunks. So we don't want mulch volcanoes. We want actually a little bit of a ring around the trunk, about 3 inches, all the way around the trunk of the tree where there is no mulch. So, I love donuts, so we want donuts, no volcanoes. Pour some water, you can lightly, very lightly tamp down. That's going to help compress that soil and get rid of any of those air pockets. You want to be really gentle. Again, you don't want to damage the roots. We don't want to make the soil too firm so that the roots can't find their way through it.